at UCB, we have been proud to build a long-term relationship with King's College London. That relationship goes back actually over more than 10 years, nearly 20 years. In fact, my own personal journey with King's was I was an undergraduate in the 1980s at King's. But from UCB's perspective, we've collaborated with the excellence in structural biology in the Randall Institute, and with long-term collaborations with teams in that department. And we've collaborated with the Imaging Center, the Nikon Center, and really taken advantage of the high-end capabilities that center presents to drive and develop our individual programs. But 4 years ago, we made the strategic decision to place one of our research hubs within the King's College campus. And there was a real driver for doing that. Not only does it give us the proximity with world-class science and the whole research environment, but of course as well the clinical environment that comes as part of that. And one of the areas that we as UCB were developing at that time was our first steps really into oncology. And as a company, we needed to build around not only the scientific excellence that we felt that we had, but also the clinical experience that we needed to wrap around the science that we were developing. And it came really from observations that were surprising to us at the time, but really led us to unique insights, particularly into colorectal cancer, and to the development of an asset that we believe and still believe could be really life-changing and game-changing in that environment. And so we entered into a partnership with King's in order to help us develop both that and other oncology assets as we take them into the clinic and we trust beyond, ultimately for the benefit of patients. And really, for us as UCB, it is marrying together the skills that we have as an organization, but also the skills that we recognize reside at King's. And be able to bring that marriage together where we are all bringing something to the collective party for the benefit of that patient population that we know we need to serve. And that for us is about how we develop our clinical protocols and all that needs to sit around that in order to be effective in the way we drive those programs, but also the way we look at the underlying data, the bioanalytics that will be required, the whole data analysis in these complex patient populations. And so again, teaming together not just our basic research scientists, but our data scientists. And then layering on top of that, for many of these oncology patients, there's a significant genetic component that is a marker of their disease and helps us to stratify those patient populations. And again, leveraging not only our own internal expertise in the genetics, but also that which resides within King's, and to be able to bring those together in this very focused way around these distinct patient populations and being driven by assets, potential drugs that we have developed that we wish to take forward and really prove their worth in these patient populations. Why are we doing it? Well, apart from the fact that we know that we need partnership to partner for strength, to actually work with people that are able to add to the things that we know that we can do, but there are things that they can do better. And so there is a genuine partnership. But of course, behind all of this, there is a patient population whose needs we really need to address. They remain unmet needs. And so the faster that we are able to prove, or otherwise, the hypothesis that we have about how we can help and treat them, then the faster we can bring a medicine to that patient population. And clearly on an individual level, that's a benefit to each and every one of those patients. It's a benefit too, of course, to the wider society. For if we're able to move in an intervention to treat those people, then clearly, what an impact that is to the wider societal good. And ultimately, of course, there's an economic benefit that comes from being able to meet those currently unmet clinical needs. And so we're very excited about the partnership that we have formed and a partnership that we wish to continue to grow. Because we recognize, of course, that King's in the clinical setting has, of course, expertise way beyond just the boundaries of oncology. And so as a company, we are interested in dermatology. We are interested in other areas, in neurodegeneration. And we recognize, again, that we are able to partner with King's in these areas too, and to look to see how we can explore these areas together. Again, marrying together the unique skills that we believe we bring in the discovery of medicines, but also the clinical skills that sit within the King's Health Partnership. In order to strengthen that, UCB has entered into another venture with King's, which is to embed clinical research fellows from King's into the UCB environment, to actually work alongside our colleagues within translational medicine, so that to actually give those individuals a broader education, if I can put it like that, a broader experience, so that they can bring some of that industrial thinking into the clinical practice that they are involved in. And we see that as a long-term investment, not merely just to the programs that we have specific interest in, but ultimately to benefit the NHS, the healthcare providers of the future, and those individuals who will hold those key roles within that organization. And so we see it as an investment for the future, not only in the individual, but actually a small contribution to that wider environment. We're actually quite excited about what we would do with King's. It's been a long series of staged investments, we might call it, if I can use language like that, where we have built confidence, we have built collective understanding, we've built collective knowledge. But it's all been focused around delivering something of value to patient populations. And it's that shared goal, that shared vision of being able to impact those people that need that help most, that is a real driver for the collaboration and the interactions that we have with King's College, and something of which we seek to continue to build and to grow in the years that lie ahead.